Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and really quick, I want to talk to you about the Kizer Contrail by Justin Lindquist. And this knife here, I think, is one of the most underrated knives of the past. I think it came out in 2020, so past year. And if it didn't, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, people in the comments, they love to correct me. So, personally, I feel like this knife fits a lot of boxes. It really fits a great compact box cutting knife, whittling knife, I think, because of how much control you can get out of this. You can get a great reversed grip on this knife for controlled backwards cuts. A great grip in hand because of these grooves here, which end up lining up over here in the back spacer, which is G10, and that gives you a lot of grip into the palm. And then you have those same grooves here in the tang of the blade. So we have that there, and then also we have this wonderful design. These lines actually follow through to the jimping here and then the jimping in the back spacer. I think that's a wonderful design cue. The other thing that is really nice about this knife, and I'm just going to get some, man, I need to get more paper in my office here, but one of the things that's nice about this is just some scratch paper, nothing great, but this has a detent ball ramp, which is fantastic. Why is that fantastic? So originally, here's our lock bar. Then here's our detent ball. Then here is our blade, okay? What does a detent ball do? It interacts with the tang of the blade. Now, why would you want a detent ramp? Well, let me draw it out first. And I'm gonna draw this a little bigger. Here is our detent ball and then our liner lock. But on the tang of the blade, we have this groove here. And then we have the rest of the blade. This will interact right here, and it will actually make it easier for this to go down or towards the handle. Why is that great? Because that makes it so much easier to close. You do not have to worry about interacting with the detent ball on the close. So like on the chef, Spidey chef, you have to give a little bit more attention in the push of the close, and sometimes it can jump. You know, it can jump and you can it can jump and you're not expecting that jump. Whereas on here, we are going to have a more controlled close. What does that do? I mean, I'm practically not even having to think about this. It is so nice. Also, what's great about this knife, and I don't say this a lot, but on this one, it has nylon washers. Now, of course, I could switch it out, but there's a reason why I haven't. These nylon washers are very thin, and they have contributed to, and this will break in even more, contributed to a wonderful feeling in closing and in opening of this knife. Justin Lindquist has even on his Instagram discussed why he decided to go with nylon washers versus bronze washers. And I think it's fascinating why he did that. It's wonderful, this action. Now, the reason why I think this knife is really good is because of the ergonomics on it, the way you can hold it. You can hold it up here for really controlled cuts, pull cuts. You can hold it like that for a nice draw cut. Very nice. You know, your Mall Ninja kind of hold isn't that great, but you know, it's not made for that. But the reason why I think this is great is the blade is 2 inches. Some states require a 2-inch blade length law. And then also maybe you're able to have a locking knife, but you don't want to have a, well, I mean, here's a great example. You don't want to have a knife this big, okay? You want a knife this big. Maybe you just don't want to have a huge knife. Maybe you aren't a knife guy. But even if you aren't, Kizer has you covered. You have a really nice 154 cm steel blade here, which is hair shaving sharp right out of the box. I have never had a problem with Kizer's steels being dull. I've never had a dull one, and it always shaves arm hair every time. And this is just a wonderful compact design. And I also feel that it's a great thing that the pocket clip isn't completely deep. This nice big one single screw here does give enough here to pull it out of your pocket. But I just thought you guys would enjoy seeing this knife and enjoy just seeing why it's great. I think it's an underrated design, underrated knife by a great designer. So if you guys like this video, leave a like. And if you want to talk about how great this knife is, talk about it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for joining me for a really quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. And wherever you are, have a great day or night. Thanks so much.